Welcome to the introduction to laser etching, and your decorator can offer many of these decorations or a variety of these decorations. Remember that they're using a brand that you've chosen, so some of the influences of the laser are different depending upon the color or the makeup of the garment. But etching fundamentally is used in all the dry wicking technology, and I'll show you now. When you do anything that is a synthetic product, it tends to get darker. So here you have a royal blue, and as I hold this apart, you can see all these corporate logos on here. Now obviously I don't want to make you think that you have to put all these logos. You're typically just going to do a left chest logo, something on a sleeve, a website, a yoke, but I want to show all the different areas. So I'll hold this apart here and I'll hold it steady. 1 second, there we go. So if you do a close-up, you can see all the unique different locations that your provider can do the etching on. So you need to come up with a garment and then go over it with them and see what's available to you as an option. And if you move up to the top here, you'll notice that I've got a very small font that would be traditionally very difficult to do with embroidery. If you take a look down here with the rings, if you take a look over here, I've got a lot of different direction, but I don't have any puckering. So that's the big advantage. That would be anything that's a polyester product that's dry wicking performance related. Very similar again, a couple different logos on here. Take a look, if you can zoom in, at the serif of the font, how challenging it is. Notice that I've got the trademark, and I've even got the word Country Club underneath here. I've got the other trademark. I got the registration mark. Move this in. So it's a tone-on-tone decoration. It's very subtle, and I don't have the traditional issues that I do with embroidery. Now moving on. Here, if you take a look, I've got literally 3 seams on the garment and I've etched right over it. So when you have microfleece or polar fleece, the higher the quality of the microfleece or polar fleece, the better the etching is going to be on as a result. And you adjust the laser so that you're taking off the fuzz surface. You see if there's something on the front here. So again, right across the zipper, there's 2 zippers here. There's the one with the flap and there's the one without the flap, and the zipper still works because the laser actually is affecting the fleece much more than it is the zipper. So there's no effect on the zipper at all. It's a very cool effect that you can't get anywhere else. And of course you'd be able to do a sleeve. So here I've done a larger than average left chest logo. So you pay a little bit more, but nobody can offer that because in embroidery it would be a fortune more, and here you have an alternative that's very quick and easy and effective relative to embroidery. And then here I have a full back. So, you know, I've got a design here that's over 12 inches practically, and it's just something that you can't do with embroidery anymore because that garment after the first wash would start to behave and pucker and be funny. When you move over to naturals, I need you to understand that a natural gets lighter. On a natural, the laser's pulling out a color. When this gets washed, this actually becomes a faded gray look. The coffee color is gone after the first wash. This one hasn't been washed yet. And it's also relative or similar to discharge. But you can do a large design if you want, and then you can add in an embroidery, etc. So here's another example of a chocolate brown. This has been washed, so it is lighter and it's getting grayer. In this case, because of the setting, it's still relatively close to the brown. With regards to etching, I'm just going to grab a few things. So here I'll go over the etching. If I take a microfleece, polar fleece scarf, I can put a name on one side. Remember that there's the other side of the scarf, so I can put a corporate name. I can personalize it, or I can use a corporate side. Here I've got a large fleece blanket. And if you take a look here, I can get a lot of detail and zoom into the serif, so no problem. With embroidery, that could tend to be an issue, technical issue. Here I've got hardwood. This is part of a hardwood floor, and then it gets stained afterwards. This is granite. Do I have to move it there for you? So with the granite, I can do an award, safety award, I can do employee of the month, all that type of thing, student of the month, and I can also do smaller ones to put beside it. So I can do one generic one. Got the wood again here. This is the top of a wine crate. And I've got a glass over here. I'll just grab that. So I could do the inside of a glass. The benefit to doing the inside of the glass is that it breaks the surface tension of carbonation. So when you are taking a drink, the bubbles are coming out of the logo. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact us on the website.